Disney, 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 Disney. Every time you blink lately, something with them, it's always some kind of nonsense. Or mostly it's someone coming out and saying, you know, what Disney's doing is just garbage, it's just crap, there's no soul in it anymore, there's no heart, there's no nothing. You can just pretty much tell it's creative laziness being pushed out there. That's what you're getting. Before I get into who's the latest person to call out some of Disney's crap, let's take a look at Wish. Remember that movie? You know, you barely heard anything about it, and it came out and everybody kind of rolled their eyes and nobody cared. Well, let's take a look at what Wish has done. So Wish apparently its worldwide box office haul is 209 million. Right, got 62 million domestic, 146 million international, and I think this is pretty much the end of this movie's theatrical run. It may make another couple 100,000, maybe, you know, one or two cinemas might still show it. It might bring you something, but I think pretty much this is the end of it. I don't think it has any more legs to stand on. I think it was what it was, and that's it. It's just doing this, you know, it barely kind of performed somewhere, didn't really do what it was supposed to do. Its overall grossing numbers were never that impressive at all. I think the highest it ever made was domestically was 8 million and something. That was about it. Never broke past the 10 million mark for any week at all, and now it's in like 900 cinemas, if even that's wouldn't bringing in like $272 per cinema. You know, as of January, this is like the 15th week, I think it's in cinema, or no, it will be, 15th week, it's in there, 15th week, it's rank, okay, yes, rank is going down in days, it's like 47 days, so basically almost 50 days this movie has been in cinema, and I think this is, like I said, I think it's the end of its theatrical run, and this is it. It's 62 million domestic, 146 million international. It's not impressive, but then again, I did do a video as to what they did with this movie, so you don't really have anything to actually regards in influence of this. But as I say, Disney and their soulless stuff that they're putting out is drawing attention from people who are realizing what they're doing. And one such person is the Mobile Suit Gundam creator. This article here from Bounding into Comics. Mobile Suit Gundam creator slams Disney's recent output as disappointing and boring. Says full switch to digital animation has left company creatively sterile. I am not doubting that. I think that that is accurate on the face of it. I mean, this looks fantastic. This, oh God. Anyway, in expressing his sentiment shared by many a fan of the House of Mouse's portfolio of animated classics, Mobile Suit Gundam series creator Yoshiyuki Tomino has revealed that he is not a fan of Disney's near full abandoning of its hand-drawn animation roots, as he believes that their transition to digital has essentially taken the soul out of all their animated productions. I'm with him on that. I think, you know, I don't have a problem with some digital movie, but I think getting rid of the creative process of the hand-drawn animation, you're not saying that anymore. What you're getting mostly from this is just kind of soulless. That's about it. And I really do have to agree with what he's saying here. And yes, other points he has to make that I completely agree with. The man behind one of the most popular mecha anime series of all times shared his opinion on Disney's current sterility during a recent interview regarding the current state of his own industry given to Japanese news outlet Toyokizaki Online. Speaking to the outlets, Yusuke Nishizawa on December 17th, Tomino opened their discussion by both acknowledging the fact that the anime industry is certainly in a period of prosperity and subsequently warning, however, it's unclear whether this situation will continue in the future. Let me read some of what he has to say. The excitement may continue for another 5 or 6 years, but that will be it and it will fade away, explained the veteran anime creator of his appraisal. The same is true for novels and movies, but there are always ups and downs that occur with the changing times. Works are meant to be enjoyed by people with hearts. So if the world environment changes, the face of culture will change and people's hearts will also change. So if we reach the peak now, we will reach a dead end from now on. I am not going to fully agree with that. I think that yes, it's a possibility it may happen. But I think if it is that when it comes to anime and manga, if the creativity is allowed to flourish properly, it can get better, it will get better, things will continue to grow because there are so many ideas that people have that we all know not everyone is going to stick. Not every idea is going to be perfect. Some are going to be problematic. But given the chance to make something, it can happen. There is still opportunities for stories to be told and things to be done. So I wouldn't 100% agree with him, and I have to say, if that doesn't happen, it's a possibility what he's saying could very well come to pass. Tomino then admitted that while animes themselves will not disappear, and it's currently found it difficult to say whether there will ever be a better work than what we have now. Again, like I say, I think things could always get better if done correctly. So, okay. In support of his argument regarding the quality of industry's current production methods, the creator then pointed to how after the switch from hand-drawn animation to digital, Disney's works were all disappointing and lamented how that kind of animation will continue. Following a brief detour regarding the topic of AI art tools, which the creator fears little, as he told his host, the amazing ability of humans is that they have the ability to discern when something is different. I trust that feeling. Okay. I understand that and I agree. But yeah, this is pretty much what you're going to continue to get in regards from Disney and a few other places. They think this is the future of it. This is what it's going to be. This is how they should make things digital and do it. And that. There is a disconnect with it, if you're being honest with it in regards to that, where it, as I said before, it feels a little soulless. I'm looking at this picture and I feel nothing. That's the way I want to put it, nothing. This character, I believe her name is Asha, does nothing. Her blank expression and the goat's blank expression is just like, I don't want to know what's happening here. I have no interest in finding out what's happening here because none of this really interests me at all. It doesn't look interesting to me in any way. You look at an animated movie, like let's say Tarzan that Disney did years ago, Tarzan. The emotion that you got from that, you don't get here. And that's kind of the problem. There's no heart left in it at all. Let's get to why this happens in his this should happen in his remarks and what he said. Okay. Excuse me. Attempting to explain the creative sterility of such work environment, Tomino told Nishizawa that this fine building is all digitalized and over air conditioned and as such lacks any real personality with which to inspire its occupants. Drawing a parallel between such sanitized working conditions and the art of digital production, he didn't talk about the same thing with the boring work produced by Disney's digital production system today. People who create must have a crazy side, a sense of spirituality, earthiness, indiness. Now, I agree with that. When you have to do, or when you have to be a creative, being in an office building type setting with, over air conditioned, cubicles, this kind of things, it does not foster a feeling of creativity. Creativity needs to blossom. You need an environment that is going to inspire the mind. It must never look like an office type setting. It must look like a type of setting where people could come, relax, enjoy some play, so that their creative juices can flow. But when you have people sitting in a room, heads down, going at it, you get nothing creative out of them. And this is what I build myself included, that, in regards to Hollywood, comics, all kind of thing, are creatively bankrupt because they're just churning out something to get paid and go home. There's no creativity, no interest in making anything blossom anymore. Nothing. We've heard reports of, the VFX artists over at the MCU being worked into the ground, sick of it, so some of them refusing to work with them ever again, because these are the things that are happening and are just ruining the industry. People need an environment that is relaxed where they can bloom. When you don't have that, you end up screwing up everything. And like you said, the boring work produced by Disney's digital production system today. Yeah, it's soulless, as you would have put it. And like, look at this again. I have no interest in this. None. Really. None. And I'm not just saying this because of the movie and I wasn't interested in the movie. I just have no interest in looking at this. This is supposed to be his staffing, I guess. And I have no interest in this character playing as the. None. I'm no interest in this staffing. I'm not interested in finding out what the movie was about. The look of it just never drew me in. Honestly, just never did. I think if you can create an indigenous work of art in a space with complete control of the air conditioning, I think you should make it. Okay? The most important thing for producers is to give artists a place where they can make the most of their talents. Yes, like I said, it should be a relaxed environment where creativity can bloom. That's what needs to happen. Goes on. It is not as simple as just spending money and offering a floor of a high-rise building as a workplace. It would be presumptuous to think that an office worker who does not know the practicalities of production can manage the creative process. That's simple common sense, really. So it is not surprising that the producer is also a creative person. You need creative people to inspire creative people and an environment to inspire creativity. It's that simple. These companies have the money to do it. What they want, they would rather have you sit there in an office type environment, toil away for them, and then complain that you're not doing it fast enough. That's it. That's the long and short, and that's what needs to happen. So, yeah, the creator of Gundam pretty much come out and said what we've all been thinking in one form or another. Disney is putting out some real soulless crap these days. Their Wish has cocked out at 209 million worldwide. I don't think anyone's even interested in remotely in this movie enough to care. That's just the long and short of it. But again, like I say, I look at this and I am not interested or inspired in any way, shape, or form. Nothing about this picture, nothing about these characters inspire me. Their expressions look empty, soulless, and just bland, and I have no interest in learning anything about them or anything about the movie that they're in. Nothing. But this is what we're getting. You know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.